Hello, 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 hello. I'm gonna try to do this by myself with Wanda in the comments so we can get through this plan. Welcome, welcome. Happy fall, y'all. It's Friday and must be a full moon. Hello, hello. I know y'all are probably all frustrated as much as we are. I'm not sure what's going on, but we're going to try just me going live and doing this and trying to get through it, and Wanda will be in the comments. If this doesn't work, then we're going to have to reschedule. I doubt we're going to have very many people pop in. I'm sure everybody's just like done by now. Yeah. Well, I don't know when they're making their name change. This might have something to do with it. I don't know. So, I'm going to start with resin. I'm going to put my mask on. So I'm going to be a little bit muted. Y'all are going to probably think I sound like I'm in a tunnel, but that's not Facebook. That's just because I have my mask on. So I hope everybody is having a good Friday, minus all this mess up. Wanda is in the comments, so if you have a question for her, she will be in the comments. Okay, I'm going to be using J Diction UV resin, and I have a Joy Tea light. So that is both of my things that I'm using tonight. I love J Diction. I started using it when Wanda had good luck with it, and I haven't gone back. So, and I've been on my same bottle. However, I do 2-part resin a lot, so it lasts for me. You want to have your gloves on. Can't forget gloves. My Joy Tea is an 84 watt. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, before I put my mask on, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my resin on the top part. I'm going to put it in the light for just like 30 seconds. I don't want it to be completely set. And then I'm going to sprinkle my bronze glitter on it. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to put some more resin down here on the bottom part. Set it for about 30 seconds. And then I'm going to put the second color on. Hopefully this works. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, everybody. So sorry about the issues tonight. I know it's not our fault, but I still feel like I need to say something. Hello, Cindy. Okay, I'm going to put my mask on. Oh, the foil helps shoot the UV light up around the sides, so it cures the sides at the same time. Just making sure it's still sticky. It's not that sticky. It sure cured a lot quicker than I expected. Hopefully this glitter will stick. If it doesn't, I'll have to start over. I'm doing this on a piece of cardstock. So that I can pour my glitter back into the container when I'm done. And I'm going to bring this glitter down some down the sides, because I did bring that resin down some on the sides also. Hello, Christy. Now I'm going to pour this back into the bottle. And see, you got a full bottle again. Okay, I dusted my hands off in the trash can. I'm going to put this cap back on. Now I'm going to add a little bit of resin right here at the bottom. Where I'm going to blend in my other color.
Now I'm going to stick it in the light, and this time I'm going to do 30 seconds, but I'm going to pull it out a few seconds before because that was almost too much. And I'm going to pull out the copper. I love this color. Ever since I saw these tumblers, I wanted to do this on a rock. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this rock around, and I'm going to start sprinkling from the top. And then I kind of just want it to fade up into that other color. I mean, very lightly bringing that glitter up. I just want it to fade. I'll be right back. I gotta grab something real quick. Now I'm going to pour this back in here. This is kind of messy. So I'm going to try to fade out this line a little bit. I'm going to take my darker color because I want that to be the prominent color. Excuse me. It does, but it's so worth it. I'm just lightly going over the line with both glitters. So that I have more of a blend. Now I'm going to stick it into it. Not that third time, because I just used a little bit and I wanted it to kind of blend together. I didn't want that hard line. Okay, now I'm going to flip her around to do the other side. And I'm only doing for 30 seconds on each side, because then I'm going to go and put a whole nother coat of resin. And then cure it a full cure before I do anything else. But I'm just trying to set the resin a bit. Okay, so now I'm going to go off camera for just a second and just dust this off a little bit. Get off any loose glitter on the top. Now we're going to do a full resin coat. Oops, I got a little excited there. Now, in the one picture, they had leaves. It's a glitter you can get, fall leaves. I didn't have any, but if you use a chunky glitter like that, you're probably going to have to do more than one coat of resin so that you cover up those chunks and it's a nice smooth resin to apply all your other stuff. And I just use my finger and I'm basically letting the bottom of my glove spread that resin. Now, get those air bubbles out. I couldn't get all the glitter off of the gloves, so I'm just having to switch gloves. No, it's not Mr. Resin, it's J. Dixon, y'all. I'll show you the bottle in just a second. Let me get these gloves back on and stick it into the lamp. And then I'll have a few minutes to cure. Alright, I'm going to stick half of this in. And do it for 120. The tin foil is because it reflects the light back up and cures the sides at the same time. Jennifer said she has hers on a mirror, so I guess that can work too. Otherwise, you have to set it on a rock and set it up higher, and it's just a pain. So while that side is curing, I'm going to get some of this glitter off my mat. So far it looks like this is going to work, so I'll welcome everybody again. Glad you're here tonight. This was something that I've had in the making for a while. I've been probably driving Wanda crazy talking about it, wanting to do this. And I just love the tumblers, but I just don't have the patience and the time and the money to make them. But I thought I can get the same effect on a rock. So this is kind of an experimental night. I've done something kind of like this before, so I kind of knew what I was doing. But you never know. Well, I don't have all the glitter, but at least I don't have big chunks. Good. Wanda's liking her rock. Woohoo! Okay. Now I'm going to spin this baby around. And she's going to go in for another 120. So, are there any questions up till now?
So basically, we put resin, cured it for 30 seconds, put the first glitter, put resin, cured it for 30 seconds, put the second glitter, and then I did the third glitter, not a third glitter, but in the middle to blend that line. I just put a light coat of the UV resin and then sprinkled both glitters and smoothed it out over that line without curing, and now I'm doing a full cure with a resin coat on top. And this is the J-Diction. This is what it looks like. And it comes in a 2-pack. It might be a 1-pack, but I think the 2-pack's a better deal. Right, I've only done glitter, resin, glitter, resin, glitter, resin, glitter, resin. And cure in between all of them. So it's a little time consuming in the fact that you have to cure. But if you're using 2-part resin and doing a tumbler, you have to put the 2-part on there, let them tumble until they get to the tacky stage, and then you sprinkle the glitter on there slowly up and down and fade out, and then it has to tumble for a long time until it sets, and then you do another resin coat on that. It tumbles for what, 24 hours, however long the resin you have takes. And we're cured. That's why I love my Joy Tea Light. Totally cured. And I had to flip it twice because the rock's so big. Alrighty. No, you don't cure all the way. When you're doing the big section, I did for 30 seconds. The second one I did a few seconds less than 30 seconds because it cured. My Joy Tea Light cures really fast. So probably 15 seconds is your best bet. You don't want it runny, but you don't want it, you want it tacky enough that the glitter's going to stick. So that's done. Now we're going to do foil. Yay, foil. I'm going to grab a drink. put this away. I don't need that anymore. This is the foil that I have picked. I'm going to do a border of it on the top and on the bottom. But now that I have the glitter on, I don't know. Does that look okay to y'all? It kind of blends, doesn't it? Yes, it does, Bambi. I don't know. I still kind of like it, though. And you can still see it. I had pulled a couple others out, but I wasn't as crazy about them. Let me see if I have it. No on the animal print. Well, if I do 2 strips on one end, I don't know if I have enough to do that. I only have this one little strip. And then that's going to put it way down here because I still have my quote that I'm going to do on it also. So I got to keep that in mind. Oh, ixnay on the animal A. I can try plaid if y'all are feeling the plaid. Let me see what colors I have. I have these. I have these. And then I have this. So those are my options for plaid. Bottom left, this one. I don't know about that one. These flowers. I kind of had picked the flowers because they're holographic, so you're gonna see through. You're gonna see through the flowers. And all the other flowers were like purple and blue and colors that didn't really go with my theme. Okay, Lori says to slap that flower on, so I'm going to go for it. Let me pull out my glue. I used a chalk pencil to make a little line right here, so I'll know not to go past that line when I put the glue on. Yeah, I didn't, I usually try not to get holiday stuff just because you only use it for a certain amount of time and then that's it till the next year. So I don't usually get too many. That's why I didn't really get any Christmas foil, although there is a little bit here and there, like snowflakes. But you can still use things like this, which still looks fallish, that will work for any season. Yes, that's a Santorini. I wanted one that was long, like a tumbler. Some people will have tears in their eyes because I did all this covering up of a Santorini. But I am not one of those. I will cover all of the Santorinis. Now I'm going to turn it this way so I can see where that line is. I'm going to wrap it down just a little bit. Get my little handy dandy brush here. Now remember, you don't want to rip the foil up like a Band-Aid because sometimes you've got to check it and make sure that everything's attaching. And if you see a piece that didn't attach, you go back and press it in. If you see anything coming up on the foil, go back and press it in. It might take you a minute, but just have some patience. It doesn't mean nothing's working, it just... you got to take it slow. Now, down along the sides, it's a little more difficult to get the foil to stick. So I usually just go only a little bit down, and then I'll just put a background on the rock and bring it up the sides a little bit. Almost there. Almost there. There we go. Now let me bust this around. Of course I did it crooked. But why wouldn't I? It's me, y'all. It's me. Yeah, you can pop your flashlight back on it too. Yep, I've done that too. Get a drink. The sides are not smooth like the tops and bottoms, so you kind of just have to go with it. So now I'm going to measure this one. Make me a line. And on with the glue again. This is kind of fun though, isn't it? Just changing it up from what we've been doing. Something different. I think I'm about out of glue in this bottle. It's a miracle. I went through a whole bottle. Happy Halloween. Julie, thanks for joining me for the time that you could. I'm just applying glue. I think we're good. Oh, I was just applying glue. Is that enough? Aw, smiley face. Oh, and just a reminder, if you're having trouble with your foil working and your flashlight seems a little dim, change the batteries, because it will not work if the batteries are going. It will still look like it's still working, but as you see how bright this is, it won't be that bright when it starts dimming. You'll be able to tell. So load up on your batteries. My faux rock tumbler. I mean my faux tumbler, cup tumbler. Rock tumbler. That's funny. My faux cup tumbler, yep. That's how we do in these parts. I get a lot of my inspiration from different things. T-shirts, cards. I do a lot of greeting cards. So it's not surprising that I tried to do a tumbler without doing a tumbler. Maybe this will cure my need to do a tumbler and I won't try to do one. I was trying to make plans with my sister-in-law. She got the spinner and all that, but she just doesn't have the time to do it. And so we haven't ever gotten together and tried it. So maybe this will cure my need to do a tumbler. I have a couple of cups that were given to me as gifts. But you know how us crafters are. Why, that does not want to stick. That's okay. I'm going to go with it. Okay. Cool, cool. So Wanda, we need this foil, please. We need you to find this one particular foil for us. Thanks, Lonnie. So this one's kind of crooked, just ignore that. Let me go up a little higher so you can get the full effect. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good if I hadn't had this crooked. But that's okay. I'm thinking I might could line it and maybe fix it. What do y'all think about putting a liner on it? Or should I leave it natural? I don't know. Let's put the words on first and we'll go from there. So I cut my words apart instead of leaving them together because I didn't like the spacing they had. So I'm going to take my gloves off for this. And I'm going to get a... Don't laugh at me, Wanda. I'm getting out my credit card here. Okay. So when you do a Cricut, after you print your Cricut thing out, this is what you're going to put your word on. This is the transfer tape. So you transfer, it transfers onto tape. So then you can just take it and stick it where you want it. Yep, I like that right there. Now I'm going to take my credit card . Just press that down. And then you're going to peel it up. And there's our first word. Ta-da! And you can reuse this normally. There's not much junk on there, so I reuse my pieces until they won't work anymore. So I have hardly gone through any transfer tape because I keep reusing the same pieces. Hello, Nisi. Now I'm going to take off the fall. And I kind of want to put this off to the side over here, which might drive some people crazy, but that's okay. And I'm going to peel it off. And there we go. There's the next one. Back on the paper. And for the last piece, What you got going on tonight, Niecy? Okay. There's our last word. So that's it for that. Now I have to decide, do I want to add anything to it? I did make this leaf last night, and I could make another one in a different color if I need to. Although I kind of like that. It kind of sticks off the side a little bit. Eating chocolate chip cookies and watching you. Yum. I have an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie waiting for me when I'm ready, but I'm drinking my pickle beer right now. I don't think those go together. What do y'all think about this leaf? Or should I make another leaf a different color? I have a leaf like this too. Here's one that's colored already that I could just take this thing off. There's a yellow one. And then I have some regular leaves. So what do y'all think? These are all the options. I can make these any color. I can make this shiny too if I want it shiny. What do you mean yes? I can't do all of them. What if I did like, go with me here. What if I did like some, the green leaf? The maple on the bottom? The colored one? Just like straight up and down or at an angle. So when you say dark leaves, do you mean the green too? Just like those two right there? And call it good? Okay. I've got to get a new bottle of glue out. Or actually, I think I can use top coat. I might do that. I can't wait to see Wanda's. This is driving me crazy. I want to see what Wanda's doing. I'm using Gelixir top coat, if you were wondering. You want to see your rock? I'm just playing with you. Just joshing. Wanda, you could try to join again so we can at least see what you're doing. I'm almost done, so if it kicks you off, it won't be that big a deal. I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. I used my tweezers. I'm not fired. Oh, it says no answer from guest. Darn Facebook. Well, thanks for joining me for doing something totally different and wacky and not of the norm. I really had a lot of fun, and you know what? There's going to be more of these in my future. Maybe not holiday ones, but it's going to happen. I like this too much. And we might have some resin fun too, because I've really been having some fun here and there, mixing colors into my resin and then pouring it on the rock. So we might do that sometime too.